Welcome back. Today I'm going to be talking about Olight's April sale, but it's also their 16th anniversary sale. So they sent me some of their items that they're introducing at this sale. I have it right here on the table in front of me. So let's see what they sent me. And I'll put all that information to the sale down below in my description box. But let's see what Olight is introducing at their 16th anniversary sale. This right here is the Obulb Plus. This right here is the O-Knife Rubato. Right next to it is the O-Knife Spurdog. And then there's a couple new multi-tools. This right here is the O-Knife Optical Gym, or the J1M. I'm not exactly sure how they intend to pronounce that or whatever. And this is the O-Knife Multi-Tool Credit Card Tool, or I should say credit card multi-tool. So I'll talk about these individually very briefly, but we should start, I don't know, let's start here with one of these knives. Let's start with the Rubato. The Rubato here is pretty cool. It's actually O-Knife's very first knife with the rail lock, and the rail lock is basically O-Knife's version of the crossbar lock. You can see that right there. It's just the crossbar lock that they call their rail lock. I'll give you a close-up of that 154 cm Tonto blade right there. Black finish, looks very nice. Skeletonized G10 handles right there with some really cool blue accents right there. Check that out. I really like that. Those blue accents look very nice against this OD green G10 handle here. I think it looks great. And I said handle, but I really meant scale. As you can see, it does have liners right there, and the liners are the same color blue as those blue accents right there. It has a shorty deep carry pocket clip, and it is inset, as you can see right there. I love that. And that is a right side tip up only pocket clip, as you can see right there. And I've talked about O-Knives plenty in the past. You guys know I like O-Knives a lot. They're made by Kaiser, and the only thing I don't like about O-Knives is that logo right there, and they continue to put that giant logo on the side of their blade. I said it in the last video I made about O-Knives. I know every company puts their logo on their blades, but just something about that logo I'm not the biggest fan of. Other than that, I really enjoy what O-Knife is putting out here. The action is just phenomenal. And then couple that with the crossbar lock, or their rail lock, and it is great. So you can do the rail lock open, or the crossbar lock open, crossbar lock closed. And I am a fan of Tonto style blades. I think they look great. You can see on the back there is a little back spacer, and that back spacer leads to an attachment point where you can put a lanyard. So yeah, Rubato, I am a fan of this. I do like O-Knives, so that is a cool first knife to start out with. And yes, it does come with this copper looking coin. I don't believe this is actual copper. It might be copper plated, but I don't believe this is a solid copper or actually real copper. If I'm wrong, Olight, correct me, but this does come with the knife. I do think it looks cool. Check that out. Now let's talk about the other knife that Olight sent me. This is the O-Knife Spurdog. This is a rear flipper, and it is an assisted knife. You can see that spring right there give me a little bit of a pushback as I try to close it. So that is awesome. That is a 2.99 inch D2 drop point blade with a titanium nitride matte finish coating. And yes, there you guys go. The O-Knife logo printed right there on the side. The scales here are an OD green 6061 T6 aluminum alloy. And just check out that grip pattern right there. I think it looks awesome. It kind of reminds me of a hand grenade. And while we're right here, it has the same shorty deep carry pocket clip right there. And yes, it is inset into those handles. And it has an attachment point right there at the end of that pocket clip. No crossbar lock on this one. There is a liner lock right there. And because it's spring assisted, you can see it does have a lockout right there on the side. So if I lock it out, right there, now it's locked out, there's no way that blade is popping open in your pocket. And overall, this is 6.94 inches long. So of the two knives here, I don't know, I think I'm leaning more towards the Spurdog right here. It is more my style and more of what I like to carry, just the shape and the size of it. It's more my style of what I like to carry on an everyday basis. That's taking nothing away from the Rubato here, but I really like this Spurdog. The Spurdog does come with pretty cool patch right here. No coin for this one, just this patch. And right now for the sale, this is only $50.99, but I'll have all that information down below, up-to-date prices and everything in my description box. Now let's jump to one of these multi-tools. Let's choose the Optical Jim J1M EDC multi-tool. You can see they purposely made this look like the Marauder 2. So you can see that right there. Actually, I'll put it on the screen right next to it. So I think that's pretty cool. This is made of titanium. There's a pry bar, a bottle opener, a slotted screwdriver, a protractor, and hex wrenches. You can see those hex wrenches right there, the protractor, the obligatory bottle opener right there. There is the flathead screwdriver. There is an attachment point right there for a lanyard. So this one is pretty self-explanatory. If you guys need a protractor along with your multi-tool, you guys might want to check out the Jim J1M. Let's move on to the Otical C1 credit card multi-tool. Now this guy's made from 420JS stainless steel with a matte black titanium plated surface. And it's an 11-in-1 multi-tool. Plus, it can be used as sort of a wallet. You can see they give you these two little silicone bands right here where you can put cash or credit cards, or you can actually just stick this in your wallet because it's basically credit card sized. And I'll demonstrate that right here. I have a couple of my flat credit cards. Plop them right in there behind those bands. You can see from this end, basically the exact same size of a credit card. And I'll demonstrate some American dollar bills right here, fold them into quarters. So you can see what I'm talking about. So if you wanted to, you can actually just use this as a very, very minimalistic EDC wallet. But because of the size and shape of this, for me, I think I'm just gonna plop it in my wallet and just lose these bands right here. Because there are some pretty useful tools on this. 11-in-1, there's a bottle opener, pry bar, nail driver, 5 sizes of hex wrenches, 2 sizes of spoke wrenches, a scale, a protractor, a flathead screwdriver, a Phillips screwdriver, and a hook knife. And that hook knife right there is pretty sharp. So if you guys are carrying this, be careful with that. And I just want to make a correction. I said silicone bands right here. I'm not 100% that these are silicone. It says on the website that they are rubber bands. So for all you Olight nerds out there, don't jump down my throat or anything. That's just the first thing that popped out of my mouth was silicone bands because that's what I'm used to seeing, but it says rubber band, so I'm just gonna stick with that. Technically, it says rubber rings, so let's move on. Now, this one I can see being very useful for bikers, especially with those 2 spoke wrenches in here. Being very minimal in the size of a credit card with 2 spoke wrenches, you just plop your credit cards, your bills in here. I think this can be very useful for bikers. I don't know, what do you guys think? And when I say bikers, I mean bicyclists. But if you're a biker, yeah, feel free to rock this too. Knock yourself out. Now this bad boy retails for $5.99, but at the sale you can pick it up for $5.09. I think that's a great deal here. But let's move on to the last item Olight sent me, and that is the Obulb Plus. Now, what's so special about the Obulb Plus here? Well, they made some changes to the Obulb system here. And before I jump into those changes, I'm just gonna do a size comparison with the Obulb Pro right here. You can see the size difference between the Obulb Pro and the Plus, and this is the Obulb MC right there. So side by side, you can see just how big this Obulb Plus really is. Now, with the previous Obulbs, the way to activate them was the button on the bottom. So there's the Obulb MC, and then the Obulb Pro, same deal. But this guy right here, the Obulb Plus, there is a button on the top, and you can barely see it. Actually, let me turn it off. Actually, get a double tap to turn it off. You can see the little power symbol right there on the top. It's almost invisible. So all you have to do is just tap the top, and you can cycle through some of the different effects that it has. And then when you get to the white right there, you can just press and hold for the brightness, let go, press and hold again, and it goes the opposite way, and then double tap to turn it off. Now that change is one of my favorite new features of the Obulb Plus. I like having that tap feature right here on the top. And this is a lot brighter. This is 300 maximum lumens. It has a 2000 milliamp hour battery built right in, but it's charged the exact same way as the other Obulbs, just a magnetic charging base right there on the bottom. And because it has that 2000 milliamp hour built-in battery, you get 49 hours of continuous lighting right here. Now, obviously that's on the lowest setting, but still that's pretty darn impressive. And it supports fast charging. You can charge this from 0 to 100 in only 3 hours. And because it has a magnetic charging base on the bottom, you can basically stick this to any metal surface and mount it wherever you want to. You can see, you can have it hanging overhead, onto the side. So this is a pretty hefty bulb. And that magnet is pretty powerful for it to support its weight like this. Oh, and the IP rating is IPX7. The X means it's completely dustproof, which is pretty obvious because I don't see a single opening on this bulb at all. And the 7 means it's submersible in up to 3 feet of water for up to half an hour. And it also has a 1 meter impact resistance. And they're releasing a brand new app for the Obulb Plus. You can see I have both Olight apps right here. The first app right there is for the Obulb Pro. So if you guys have the first app for the Obulb Pro, it won't work with the Obulb Plus. You have to download Obulb Hub right there. So let me show you what it does. So I've already paired it. Basically what you have to do, I believe you have to tap it 5 times if I remember very quickly. It'll put it into pairing mode and then it'll pair with the app and you can see right there, it's already connected. Now I'm just gonna face the phone towards you so you can see what's going on the app. So you can turn it on and off right there from the app. That's pretty basic, but once you click your Obulb right there, you can see there's a bunch of different color presets right here if you have it in the color mode. Now it won't scroll right there because they give you some of the most popular versions right there, but if you hit more, it'll bring up a lot more color presets, but I'm not gonna go there just yet. There's a slider that you can go from 100 to 1%. There's 1%. Right there shows your battery percentage, and that switch right there turns the light on and off from this menu. And then right under there, you can see color and white. So if I click white, it's just gonna go to the white mode, and you can see that slider is freaking huge. So there's 100%. You can see just how bright that is at 300 lumens. And then slide it, go ahead, slide it, there we go. You can put it on whatever percentage you want to. Then there's some presets down here. So there's 1%, that is, what is that, 50%, and then that is 100. Now that's all well and good. Let's go back to the color. And I'm gonna hit more down here. And there's 21 color presets right here. So I'm gonna go back and turn this all the way. Actually, I'm gonna put it right there about 58% so you can see what this is doing. So let's go to the flame. Now, there's no way for you to change the frequency or speed up that flame effect or make it slower. From what I've seen, it's just a basic flame effect. This one right here is called Colorful. Hopefully you guys can see this because it's actually really cool. It might be getting blown out with my camera. I can't really tell. Now, I apologize if the colors aren't coming through the way I intended it, but trust me, guys, this is actually pretty cool. It's a little bit gimmicky. I'm not really sure what myself personally would use some of these presets for. I'll probably just stick to the white effect right here. And some of the presets that are in here, which I sort of wish they just had solid colors in here, which they do have. And right here on the bottom, there's a color wheel. And you can see the color picker right there. Just move the color picker to whatever color you want. So that's pretty cool. But I sort of wish that was selectable, just some of the main colors selectable through the top button right here. And on the bottom here, there's this little music symbol. So this basically syncs to your music. If you have music playing, it'll actually change colors based on the music. And you can see it's doing that right now based on how I'm talking. So see, I stopped talking right there and now it's going again. So that I can see using, especially if you pair these with multiples, which you can. If you go to this L tab on the bottom right there, there's a countdown timer, a cloud timer, a sleep mode, and whack-a-mole. The sleep mode is pretty cool. It does have a timer you can set where it actually turns off at night. And if you want to add more Obulbs right there, you can just hit that little plus button. So the new Olight Hub does have some pretty cool features. I don't know exactly how many Obulb Pluses you can pair to the app, but I know you can pair multiples of these, which is great. And right now for the sale, you can get this for $48.99. Regularly, it's $69.99. So if you guys want to pick one of these up, make sure you pick it up at this sale. And as per usual, Olight has some free gifts for you just for logging in if you are a new member or a previous member. If you're a previous member and have bought things from Olight before, they're gonna give you this bad boy right here, a free i16 Olight Blue keychain light, limit 1 per person. It's their special 16th anniversary light, and if you are a new customer, they're gonna give you this OD Green i3E keychain flashlight. So just for logging in, you're gonna get something free, so I think that's pretty cool. But guys, that's pretty much it for this video. What do you guys think of the items that I showed you for Olight's 16th anniversary sale? By far, I think my favorites are the Obulb Plus and the O-Knife Spurdog here. Now, I'll have all the information down below in my description box if you guys want to check out any of these items that you've seen. And I don't have everything that they're introducing at this sale, so go check out the sale because I do have some other stuff that I don't have here. But if you guys did enjoy this video, please give me that thumbs up. Please subscribe. And go!